My top three is going to be Steve, Quentin, and Kamal. So that it could go anyway.
I'm very thankful staying until the Olympia. OCD and Arnold would still run in such high spirits. I think my body's doing really well.
But if he comes in even slightly off, he could be open to anyone. Because his front double is really good.
Although bodybuilding can be a challenging sport, the results are extremely rewarding. The transformation of bodybuilders from having a lean body to being fully jacked is quite satisfying to watch. Almost every bodybuilder goes through a lot of physically challenging routines for the same reason. They derive satisfaction from seeing their well-built bodies and of course winning some of the most renowned competitions like Mr. Olympia. Let's see what ace bodybuilder and Mr. Olympia contender Nick Walker has to say about Mr. Olympia. Who is Nick Walker? Nick Walker is a professional open division bodybuilder from the US. He recently won first place at the 2021 Arnold Classic, the second most prestigious bodybuilding and fitness event in the world. His nickname is the Mutant. He has had a troubled past, being exploited as a child and growing up as a loner because it was hard to trust anyone after his traumatizing experience. This led him down a path of drugs and alcohol, but at one point he realized that things had to change, and thankfully, he found lifting, and might we say, the rest was history. Nick now admits that while the thoughts and his childhood experience never really go away, he focuses forward and tries not to think about it much. He just laser focused on becoming Mr. Olympia and hopefully winning 10 Sandow trophies.
He's been my training partner pretty much since I got down here. Been pushing me through all my workouts. He's been very helpful. He can be a little run late on times.
I have like 3 different diets. I have like a high day diet, I have like my base day diet, and then like an off day diet right now.
Nick the Mutant Walker was made for this sport. His first competition came after graduating high school, and although he did terribly, the crowd was still cheering him on, and he said it was the first time he's felt proud of himself. Nick fell in love with the process, and his childhood experiences pushed him to want to be better and to inspire others. He's done an amazing job so far. Nick only turned pro after winning the 2020 NPC North American Championships. Less than a year later, he won the New York Pro, guaranteeing him a spot at the 2021 Olympia. Nick Walker was coached by Matt Jansen up until Jansen revealed the two are no longer working together, but have reunited. The two formed a winning duo for Walker's rookie season, including winning the Arnold Classic, and they shared an inseparable bond beyond coach and athlete. The 2020 New York Pro winner said that he wants to give his coach the first Olympia trophy because he more than deserves it. On September 25, 2021, Walker made history by winning the Arnold Classic Ohio, known as the second biggest bodybuilding and fitness competition in the world behind the Olympia.
Dom came, so when he got here, he looked at me obviously multiple times and he was like, I think you're big enough.
I let it slip because he's a good training partner. He knows how to push me hard, so overall it's been really good. I haven't made a video.
He took home $130,000 in prize money and joined a list of iconic names to have won this prestigious show. To do it on his first try is especially impressive, considering many take more than once to win the title. He even called his win at the Arnold and then predicted a top 5 finish in his Olympia debut. With little time to the Olympia, there are high expectations for the young stud.
Just to start, to really kick-start the metabolism.
Yeah.
And then, we'll switch it back to probably more food.
And I was only supposed to be there for 4 days and ended up staying until the Olympia. I'm very thankful that I did.
Nick Walker to his competitors at Mr. Olympia. Nick Walker took to Instagram to post a picture of his jacked body. He aims to compete against mighty bodybuilders like Big Ramy and Chris Bumstead at Mr. Olympia 2022. Nick Walker had previously won the Arnold Classic Championship and New York Pro in 2021. While he has already participated in Mr. Olympia before, he stood 5th in 2021. The Mutant has since worked hard to build up his physique. He recently posted a photo on Instagram where he showed off his super jacked body with defined muscles.
It's been a great mindset for me. I've been in the right headspace. He's been making sure I'm on top of everything, making sure my head's where it needs to be, helping me with everything.
Slower. It's lower carb, a little higher fat, and then the base day is moderate carbs, moderate fat.
Looks like the Mutant is ready to face his competitors. The bodybuilding newbie faces tough competition. His opponents include Big Ramy, Chris Bumstead, Hattie Chupan, and Brandon Cooper, amongst many others. All of them are seasoned bodybuilders with a lot of experience under their belts. Therefore, Nick would have to bust some big moves in order to grab the title. Nevertheless, his eyes lie on the prize. Under his post, Nick had a message for his opponents in the caption. He wrote, They said to stay hidden. I said, nah, watch me come. Not only did he choose to face his fellow bodybuilders head on, but Nick also challenged their view of him.
Put you back to probably more food as, you know, my metabolism will be in a good place.
Yeah, because in that sense,
What the fuck are you wearing?
The mutant chose not to be hidden as he posed to display his hard work on his body. His post was a teaser for his fans who have been looking forward to his performance at this year's Mr. Olympia. While Nick is getting more jacked to snatch the title, he still faces a lot of competition from newbies as well. Nevertheless, his fans have been rooting for him, especially after seeing his recent updates on his boy transformation. While competition is tough, it would be interesting to see how Nick the Mutant Walker emerges.
I think my girlfriend Maria here, she's been great, more than great actually. And I'm just overall happier here.
I don't know. I think it works better if you're in shape versus doing like a big high day on an off day when you're sitting around doing nothing.
Previously, Walker appeared on the Fuad Abiyad Media YouTube channel to discuss the 2022 Olympia contest. Among the more notable tidbits, Walker discussed his chances at potentially dethroning reigning two-time Mr. Olympia Mahmoud Big Ramy Elsbieh and how Walker feels about the contest roughly 4 months out.
We do a 3-day on, 1-day off split, and then go back to the high carb day, whatever body part that falls on, and then kind of rotate.
When the mind's right, the body follows. And I'm responding at this point the way I need to. Matt's very happy with progress we've made since I've been here.
Walker candidly broke down about how he felt about a recent massive physique check-in from Big Ramy, where the Egyptian said he weighed 336 pounds. When he continued, Walker seemingly left the door open to potentially toppling Big Ramy in his overall reaction. Walker feels great about his chances, given his current physique and recent strength training feats. He weighed 295 pounds in early June 2022, but then was 300 pounds.
I think Andrew looks really, really good, but again, I haven't seen him next to anyone. I've seen everybody else compare.
Overall, the men's open division is stacked. To win the Sandow Trophy, Walker has a challenging task ahead of him. Then again, so do his fellow competitors.
For me, I know he didn't train last year that much, but now it seems to be he's staying very consistent. If he comes in shredded, he's probably going to win again.
Competing in Mr. Olympia. Mr. Olympia is the premier event for bodybuilders and fans alike. A storied history full of legends, massive physiques, and like any good long-standing tradition, plenty of drama. We watch our favorite giants stalk the stage every year, admiring and in awe of their incredible physiques. The Olympia qualification system rules are released each year by the IFBB Pro League. These rules serve as guidelines for how many athletes, bodybuilding and physique, can qualify or earn a spot to compete at the Olympia contest.
And I'm a fan of Joe's physique. I like it a lot.
Joe looks crazy.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he somehow rolled into the top 3.
Amidst a stacked field of elite competitors at the 2022 Mr. Olympia, Nick the Mutant Walker might be the biggest threat to Big Ramy's stake on a third straight Olympia title. In the final stages of his Olympia preparation, an update from Walker on his training progress shows he seems more than ready to go muscle to muscle with a bodybuilding great. Walker shared a glimpse of his latest physique roughly 3 weeks before the onset of bodybuilding's flagship competition. Per the caption of his post, Walker weighs a massive 262 pounds in the photo. With the 2022 Olympia set to take place near the end of 2022 in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's distinctly possible Walker will only be putting some finishing touches on this stacked figure in the coming weeks. This isn't the first instance of Walker making headlines in recent weeks. In addition to the usual updates on his work in the gym over social media and otherwise, the 28-year-old athlete has been making the rounds on various platforms, discussing what he thinks lies ahead at the 2022 Olympia. That, in turn, has almost acted as a seamless way to track his progression over the calendar year. In early June 2022, Walker weighed in at a staggering 295 pounds. Then, in early November 2022, after taking some time to disclose where his progress stood, Walker shared that he had a body weight of 277 pounds. With his latest update on the account, this means the bodybuilder steadily cut 33 pounds off of his frame in roughly 6 months' time. Bodybuilders don't just have a one-and-done job. This is a year-long process that takes time, dedication, blood, sweat, and maybe a few tears, because to compete on the Olympia stage is something special, something legendary, something life-changing.
Mindset is everything, so when the mind's right, the body follows. I'm obviously still very focused, and again, I just think that's just making me an all-around better individual.
Walker about his chances at Mr. Olympia. After a rookie International Federation of Bodybuilding and Fitness campaign, where he won the 2021 Arnold Classic, the 2021 New York Pro, and finished in 5th place at the 2021 Mr. Olympia, it's easy to understand why Nick Walker seemingly brims with confidence these days. He's one of the best bodybuilders in the world and acts accordingly. One of his testimonials, roughly a month before he steps on stage at the next Olympia contest, is an example of a level-headed star athlete putting himself in a focused, competitive mindset. Walker discussed his outlook for 2022 Mr. Olympia with 7-time 212 Olympia champion James Flex Lewis on the latter's YouTube channel. Among the more notable tidbits, Walker asserts his self-assurance, nutrition, training, and current thought process will make him the next Mr. Olympia. As much as Walker has recently been fine-tuning his physique and getting set for a gauntlet of a field at the 2022 Olympia, he wasn't always so laser-focused this year. In fact, Walker admitted to Lewis that the weight of high expectations started to bring him down almost immediately following the 2021 iteration of the Olympia. An ensuing and seemingly frustrating turn of events in the early off-season apparently somewhat led to Walker parting ways with his longtime coach, Matt Jansen, in the summer of 2022. However, after Walker paid a visit to Jansen in Florida during the onset of Hurricane Ian, the athlete noted that the two are now back together again. They have one singular mission: winning the Olympia. A clear and ambitious mind appears to be what Walker carries with him now. When Lewis flatly asked the young bodybuilder if he'll win the 2022 Mr. Olympia, Walker said yes. The confirmation wasn't in the sense of a concrete guarantee either. It was about a competitor believing they were reaching their highest level of presentation and staying positive. Whether anyone can actually stop Walker this year remains to be seen. If he does indeed perform at his best, he could soon join a pantheon of worthy bodybuilding legends. The 2022 Mr. Olympia will take place on December 16 to 18, 2022 in Las Vegas. That's all for today's video. See you next time.